Ed, I want you to know that sometimes I I'm kind of vain in a sarcastic way. The the reason why I'm not on YouTube is not for fame. It is to give back to people the things that I have learned in my life. It's making a record of the things that I have seen and the things that I've learned. And Ed, you sent me a personal message. And one of the things that I've learned on YouTube in my time here on YouTube is that when Christians send me a personal message and want to talk to me personally, they're trying to escape the scrutiny of having their ideas out there for everyone to see more often than not. You see, I consider religion to be brainwashing. And brainwashing doesn't really work good in groups where you can't control what people are going to say, where you can't kick out the dissenters and just hold on to the ones that are still getting your message. That's why I love the forum of YouTube and the internet. Because if you're trying to make a point and you are being disingenuous or dishonest, or you just don't know what you're talking about, if I can't see that, then someone else can. And they will interject themselves into the conversation. And that's why I feel like the internet is like my intellect times 1,000. Because 1,000 people will review the conversations that I have on the internet, and they will give their opinions. Now, I'm about to read your PM to me on the internet so that everyone else can see what you offered to me as a conversation. You can see I'm taking time out of my Steelers game to do this. So, here we go. See, I told you to write more to me by replying to messages in my YouTube inbox. Don't try sending me things other ways. You know, YouTube works. You don't have to use get-arounds. Alright, so, you write back. I don't know how all this YouTube stuff works. I never used it before. I just found out that I have a homepage on YouTube for 2 years. Okay, anyone who has an account on YouTube has a homepage. So this YouTube stuff is kind of new to me, except for watching videos. Been doing that for some time now. Me too. I'm pretty sure that I have some of the answers you've been looking for. As I said before, I didn't think there was a God either. For 20 years, maybe I should say I wasn't sure that there was a God. Okay, you weren't sure that there was a God. Gotcha. Seeing all the different religions, beliefs, and the hypocrisy was, wow. I surely wanted nothing to do with a God like that. Okay. Trying to imagine some entity so big as to be God was too much for me to believe or understand. That actually would be agnosticism, if you really looked up the definition of agnosticism. You were an agnostic at that point. And to top it all off, when I was 17 in the Navy, I was in another country, Scotland, and got busted with some drugs. Put on restriction for 77 days, started 30 days, and got busted 2 weeks later with some more drugs, and they added 45 more days. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, and for your 18th birthday, you had a 45 5-day restriction. So basically, you were saying, God, please get me out of here. Everyone can read if they don't want to accept the summary. So, for 20 years, you didn't believe God existed because you asked him to get you out of your predicament and he didn't do it. You had an unanswered prayer. Okay. You can't write worth shit or type worth shit. And there's some exploits to this, and you use them pretty well, and you have one hand. I'm very sorry that you have one hand. I really hope that it didn't happen while you were in military service. As you can see up on my wall, I have plenty of military accolades myself, and I am myself a disabled veteran. And sort of an amputee in a way. I have Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and so since I don't have a thyroid anymore, I guess you could call me an amputee. So, you just turned 54, and anyway, if I don't mind, you're going to give me your name and phone number and address. Not your social security number, though. Well, I'm glad that you're protective of that. And a picture of you. I missed the picture because you took it down before I could see it. But I'm just going to say that I'm going to take it on faith that you say that you are who you say you are. Until I see proof otherwise. I'm just going to give you that much. You're not trying to scam me in any way whatsoever. Well, if you're trying to teach me about religion, I might have a differing opinion about that. But, you know, I don't think that you are intentionally trying to scam me. The truth is, I just love telling people about my Jesus. Your Jesus. Okay. This is personal experiences that you want to reveal to me. And the thing about this is, I don't accept even my own personal experiences as proof that God exists. I want verifiable evidence. You know, I don't even want to accept the things that are possibly hallucinations from people or even myself. Verifiable evidence is the only thing that's going to do it for me. You need to be able to test evidence and see that God exists time after time. And you know, you even have right here, you know, in earlier in this story that you have had an experience where you tried to test God and he wasn't there. So apparently you have some kind of loophole information that, like, God sometimes doesn't show himself when you try to test him. Can't wait for you to share that. Also, you want to tell me other things about yourself. That's great. That's what we're all here for. We're all on YouTube for letting other people see us. Not that I'll care or not, but I might find some of it interesting. And you would like to hear my story also. Well, I've got about 200 videos on YouTube. You don't know my name. My name's Michael. And I have let that out in many of my videos. Just run with that. This is the first time I've been giving my info like this before. This is the first time I've given my info like this before. Okay. I'm doing this so you might see that I'm being upfront with you. What you do with it is up to you. Well, I'm making a video out of it. I do hope this is the start of a friendship or something like that. I hope to hear from you sometime soon. Later, Agent of Doubt. And he puts quotations around Agent of Doubt. And I actually like that because he sees that the name of my channel is not just a random cool sounding name. There's actually point to it. Now, flip it on back to me again, because the next part of this, I'm not a doc dropper, so I'm not going to let out his information. Ooh, look! Pittsburgh just scored again, 31 unanswered points. It's 38-6 against Tampa. Still a whole quarter left. And they don't even have their starting quarterback. Okay, so Ed, and he gives his name to me, Ed. He gives the rest of his address in this, and I'm not a doc dropper, so I'm not gonna show on the internet the rest of this message. But he gives me his number, a cell number. He was gonna put a picture for me to see, but I didn't see it. But that's okay. I don't need to see a picture. I'm gonna show you something, Ed. The last time, we're gonna have to get past this highlight right here. The last time somebody wanted to have a personal talk with me about God, his name was Together for Peace. And he told me that he was unwilling to have the conversation on YouTube anymore. He wanted to talk to me personally on Skype. Right? And he was not the first person to do this, where the techniques that people use to use doublespeak and really confuse issues only work when you can catch people off guard, when you can't scrutinize their every word. So I made a video based on my conversation to him, and that video is called "Can Someone Please Answer My Questions About Christianity?" where I took the conversation away from just him and really let out all my questions about Christianity. And I sent it to his inbox so that he could make a video response to it, or just even comment on this video. And if I scroll down in the comments section, plenty of other people have made video responses and commented on this. None of them really at length in the theist department. Wayman right here, he's kind of a theist, but he understands the questions I was having, and he actually brought up more questions than I had before. But anyways, I left it in Jack Together for Pieces inbox. It's been months now, hasn't it? It's been since July 23rd. 2 months, 3 months, and no response. And the reason why, really, is because the internet is where religions come to die. Any ideas from a religion that you put forth in trying to get someone to believe a religion can pretty much be ripped to shreds if you get enough people looking at it. But if you're trying to sell the lie of a religion to just one person, you might be able to catch them. You might be able to catch them with a shell game and actually obfuscate the truth. And this is why I like to talk in videos. I get my ideas out there. If my ideas are wrong, then someone is going to post comments underneath and say that they're wrong. And if you want to talk to me, this is the way that I like to talk. Now, I also have blog TV sessions where I have plenty of people coming in there to see what other people are having to say to me too. You can catch me on Skype if you really want to talk to me personally, but I prefer this method.